Erica wrote in. Erica said, at what age should sex ed begin? I've thought about this quite a bit, Lewis. We hear it from the right. You got to push it off. I mean, it seems sometimes the religious right wants to push it off until people are in their 30s, right?
Yeah.
You should not know about sex until it is way, way ahead. But at the same time, they want multiple kids to be had, and you kind of have to start early in order to do that. So it's all within marriage, whatever. Based on what I've researched over the last 5 or 6 years, it does seem that 5 is too early. Obviously, college is too late. Even high school is definitely too late in our sort of contemporary Western society. Georgetown University researchers recommend young adolescents, generally considered between 10 and 14, and that the program for someone who is 10 should be different from the program for someone who is 13, for example. This makes absolutely perfect sense to me. This is not controversial for me. I know that as a question that is being asked here by Erica, maybe she's coming at this from an angle where this is super controversial. I think that it makes sense around 10, 11, that there is some level of sex education that begins. We had sex ed in 6th grade, Lewis, at which point everybody was basically
laughing.
Well, no, I was going to say 11 at the beginning of the year and 12 towards the end of the year. That was the point at which our elementary school did it. I think that makes sense. If you wait too long, you really start to increase the potential for all sorts of risky behavior and lack of understanding of just basic things that kids should know about.
Yep. And some people don't understand. So people who are aware of everything sex ed related and are aware of everything they need to be aware of don't realize that that there are children that are completely kept in the dark about this stuff.
Right.
And they reach a point in their lives, they have no idea what's going on. It's a bad situation.
But then the question is, hey, listen, you're not the parents. The schools aren't the parents. So if the parents want the kids,
just because you are a parent does not mean you know what you're doing.
No, absolutely. But the question is, do you still have the legal authority to decide?
Oh, well, here's the thing. If parents want to, I think this is a little bit different from vaccinations.
Okay.
If parents want to withhold their children from sex ed class, I guess that's okay. But I agree with you, probably 10 or 11. I mean, really what makes sense to me is you want to start this before puberty, right?
Right.
So that's what makes sense to me.
I think that your point about the withholding, we're really talking here about at what age should sex education start, not should parents be able to opt out of classes. I mean, that's a sort of separate conversation. From the point of view of development and what educational studies and research studies from the pros have shown us, it seems that early adolescence between 10 to 14, and I would even argue that 14 for most people in contemporary society in the West is probably too late to start, Lewis. I'd say 10 to 12 is a more reasonable range. That's where I am. And if you disagree, let me know specifically why. But if you think it should be younger than 10, I would be interested in hearing from you. We hear all the time from people who think it should be older than 14, that we sort of know what their arguments are. If you think it should be younger than 10, let me know and tell me why. What a bonus show we have for you today. I don't even have time to tell you what is on it. Sign up at davidpakman.com/membership to get instant access to the exclusive world famous bonus show.